That's the old school version right there.
That Wurlitzer sound.
That's right.
Buy me some peanuts.
Yeah, go ahead. Popcorn Cracker Jacks. It's opening day, in case you haven't figured it out. Yes, Major League Baseball. And for the first time ever, you can actually be a part of history. MLB The Show is letting gamers like Terry and his son head first into history of the Negro Leagues with a new game mode, letting you play and learn about the legends you need to know more about. Buck O'Neil, Jackie Robinson, Satchel Paige, batter up and let's play ball. The legends of the Negro Leagues like you've never seen before. It's a long overdue moment in the sun, and now you can have your own seat in the stands.
Smoked into left field, base hit.
Baseball's biggest video game, MLB The Show, now partnering with Kansas City's Negro League Museum and its director leading off the game.
The story of the Negro Leagues is not an African-American story. It is an all-American story.
Oh, we're taking you on a nostalgic journey back in time to the old vintage stadiums, to the way that the crowds dressed to go to the game. You can feel it when the ball players take the field. I tell people, if anyone deserved to be in a video game, it's the players from the Negro League.
A barrier-breaking video game also produced by one of the few black developers in the biz.
Yeah, as a black man, as one of the few visible black men in the video games industry, we often don't get the ability to have the pen in our hand. Everybody really took to the task to do this in the best way that we possibly could.
Style and a storied past, not told through the bigotry and hate that segregated them, but rather the beauty of their bravery and astonishing skill. Let me ask you, Bob, when Jackie Robinson played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, you heard people calling him the N-word. You saw people throwing food at him. Why will you not see ugliness like that, racism like that in this video game?
Negro Leagues itself is a celebration. See, the story of the Negro Leagues is not about the adversity, but rather what they did to overcome the adversity. Yeah, we don't dwell on the adversity. We focus on what they did to overcome the adversity.
MLB The Show introduces us to barrier breakers like Jackie Robinson and Satchel Paige.
Satchel had what he called his midnight creeper. He had the two-humper. He had the bat dodger. He had the hesitation pitch. He had the long tom, the short tom, the jump ball, the trouble ball, the radio ball, the wobbly ball, the dipsy-do. And he also had a pitch that he famously called his B-ball. You know why he called it the B-ball? Because Satchel says, it bees where I want it to be when I want it to be there.
And even more importantly, some names you never heard of, but you should and will now.
Here's Martin Digo stepping into the box.
The great Martin Digo, who hailed from Cuba, nicknamed him El Maestro, the master. Played all 9 positions, played all 9 of them well. He is the only baseball player in the history of our sport to be enshrined into 5 different countries' baseball halls of fame. That's why this game is so important.
In at second, no play, as they score a pair on the play.
And important to Miami Marlins star Jazz Chisholm, too. If you thought the Negro League players are about to get their due, so is Jazz's grandmother, Patricia Coakley, shortstop for the Bahamian national softball team, and inspiration behind this MLB The Show cover athlete.
She stole bases, she hit home runs, and that's all I wanted to do. I finally kind of turned into my grandma, and I feel like that's when I became a big leaguer.
Baseball history.
Down on strikes.
Black history.
Lined into left center, base hit.
American history.
I feel like that's the best mode in the game to learn about, especially educational-wise for the younger black kids. Because if you look at baseball and you look at it, the colored people in baseball aren't even black. If you really look at it, most of them are Hispanic or international more than anything. So I feel like we have to get back into black baseball because that's almost where it started.
Swing and a pop-up.
And here's what's amazing. You see the stadiums, you feel the crowd. It's like you're there within the Negro Leagues and an actual game.
More times than not, those games were played on Sundays because Major League Baseball at that time didn't play a lot on Sundays. Black folks left church, going straight to the ballpark, dressed to the nines, looking good. So the pageantry is going to be there.
Pageantry, culture, and now an immersive experience. A game changer, not just for its newest cover boy, but all of those in love with America's favorite pastime.
Like, I still look at it and it's still like mind-blowing to me. It's like, you remember when you were like a kid and you played a sport and you looked up to those guys on the cover? And like, to be that guy now is like crazy for me. In my own head, like, bro, you're that guy.
How did it feel to narrate this video game? I know that was a blast for you.
My granddaughter, Demi, thinks that this is one of the coolest things ever. So, number one, my cool level has risen considerably now that her grandpa is in a video game.
Swing and a drive. Satchel will just watch it go.
That's so great.
I even said to Bob, I said, I don't let my kids play video games. This, I will let them play.
I do, and Michael and I played it last night and over the weekend because it just came out. And it's just phenomenal. The stadiums, as you noted,
Yep.
It's like you're in old Comiskey Park in Chicago, which I remember, although if you're playing in Memphis, you're looking at the Memphis there. I think that's Memphis there. It's KC, but it's nestled in a neighborhood. You see the crowd, and the gameplay is fantastic. It's just so much fun.
And they finally are getting what they deserve. And it's one of, as I mentioned, the biggest baseball video game. And now the world can not only see how they played and the skill, but learn the history.
Learn their history.
Yeah, and
know the names.
Feel like they're right there with the players.
It's justice. Ted Williams, arguably the greatest hitter of all time, when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1966, he said, I hope soon the names of Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson and Buck O'Neill and others will be in this hall. And they are.
Thanks so much for joining us on opening day. So glad you streamed with us.
Go Cubs.
Go Padres.
Man, Padres and Cubs. ABC News Live is here for you all anytime with the latest news, context, and analysis.
You can always find us on Hulu, the ABC News app, and, of course, on abcnews.com. The news never stops, and neither does our love for baseball. GMA 3 starts right now.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.